So, how do you build a good battery? You need quality cells, sturdy holders, nickel strip, a few small parts, fiberglass sheets, heat shrink tubing, and the right BMS. Put it all together, clap your hands, and just like that, you have a great lithium battery ready to replace the old lead-acid one. Links to all the materials used in this build can be found in the video description below. Okay, now let's do it step by step. First, we make sure to check the specifications of the new cells. Next, we prepare the holder for installing the connectors. Then, we place the cells into the holder according to our layout. And secure the top holder with a rubber mallet. Next, we connect the cells using a spot welder, following the required layout. Then we secure the balancing wires and trim off any excess length to keep everything neat and tidy. The next step is very important. We measure the internal resistance of all parallel groups and record the values. We'll need this information later when configuring the BMS. Next, we solder the balancing wires in place. Connect the BMS. And perform the initial setup. Then we enter the resistance values we recorded earlier in the lower table on the Settings tab. This allows the BMS to accurately display the voltage of all parallel groups under load. Great. Now we enclose the battery in a fiberglass case. Slide on the heat shrink sleeve. Seal the joint with polyurethane sealant and heat the entire surface until the sleeve shrinks into place. Now we're ready for testing. We charge the battery to 100% and connect it to a high-power electronic load. Then we set the discharge current to 1C, which is equal to the battery's capacity, and, in this case, amounts to 20 amps. Now, all that's left to do is monitor the process. Great. The test showed that the battery delivered slightly more energy than its rated capacity, 20.5 amp hours and 1027 watt hours, to be exact. Now I apply the label, and the battery is ready to be shipped to the customer. Thanks for watching.
можна умність?